Today we're taking a look at some of the top attractions to see at your port stop in Rome, Italy. Not surprisingly, number one on our list of things to see in Rome is the Colosseum. Built nearly 2,000 years ago, the Colosseum was the largest amphitheater in the ancient world with a capacity of 87,000. Watching gladiator fights was the ancient Roman equivalent of a modern-day sporting event and was a major form of entertainment. The Hypogeum is the underground section where the gladiators and wild animals stayed before the fights. Prior to the creation of the Hypogeum, the arena was often flooded to recreate naval battles. Current plans to build a retractable 32,000 square foot arena floor are expected to be completed in 2023. This will allow visitors to stand in the center of the arena just like the gladiators did so many centuries ago. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world and was signed into existence in 1929 by Benito Mussolini. It covers 109 acres within a 2-mile area and can be circumnavigated on foot in about 40 minutes. It's also where you'll find numbers 2 and 3 on our list. St. Peter's Basilica is the largest church in the world, and its dome is a feature skyline of the city of Rome. The basilica is erected over the tomb of St. Peter the Apostle, and building began in the 1500s. It's the final resting place for former popes and houses masterpieces from artists such as Bernini and Michelangelo. If you're feeling adventurous and you have the time, you can climb the 551 steps to the top of the dome. It's a long, hard trek, but the view is definitely worth it. The Vatican Museum displays works from the immense collection amassed by the Catholic Church and popes throughout the centuries. It contains roughly 70,000 works of art and would take you 6 months to stop and photograph every one. A highlight of the museum is the Sistine Chapel. One of the primary functions of the chapel is as a venue for the election of the Pope, known as the Papal Conclave. A special chimney in the roof of the chapel broadcasts the enclave's results. The paintings in the Sistine Chapel are some of the most famous in the world, and everyone knows Michelangelo painted the ceiling. It took him 4 years to do so. Number 4 on our list is Palantine Hill and the Roman Forum. Palantine Hill is one of 7 hills in Rome, and according to mythology, the location where Romulus and Remus were found by a female wolf. The first settlement of Rome was built here, and over time the 6 other hills around Palantine were also settled. As the settlement grew, it became a city, and the public area that was built between the hills of Palantine and Capitoline became known as the Roman Forum. The Forum was the location of important religious, political, social, and economic activities. It is believed that people first began meeting here around 500 BC. Coming in at number 5 is the Pantheon, a former Roman temple and since 609 AD a Catholic church. According to legend, it is the place where Romulus at his death was seized by an eagle and taken off into the skies with the gods. Almost 2,000 years after it was built, the Pantheon's dome is still the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome. It is also the best preserved monument from ancient Rome. Rome wasn't built in a day, so there's no way you can see it all in one day. If you have more time in the city, here's a few other suggestions for places you should visit. The Trevi Fountain was built in the 18th century. It's the largest Baroque fountain in the city and one of the most famous fountains in the world. It was once used as Rome's source for naturally pure and potable water by way of an aqueduct. For hundreds of years, people have been throwing coins into the fountain. It's said that a proper Trevi Fountain coin toss will have you one day returning to Rome. And hey, it worked for me. Another popular spot in Rome to visit are the Spanish Steps. It is considered the widest and longest staircase in Europe, welcoming millions of tourists and Romans every year. The steps have been featured in art, music, literature, and films such as Roman Holiday and The Talented Mr. Ripley, as well as TV shows such as Everybody Loves Raymond and one of my personal favorites, The Amazing Race. In season 24, the contestants had to count the steps as part of a roadblock. Castel Sant'Angelo is a towering cylindrical building situated on the right bank of the Tiber River. Initially commissioned by Roman Emperor Hadrian as a mausoleum for himself and his family, it was later used by the popes as a fortress, a castle, and a prison. It was decommissioned in 1901 and is now a museum. Another one of the 7 ancient hills of Rome is Aventine Hill. This is where you'll find the Keyhole of the Knights of Malta, one of the city's most intriguing off-the-beaten-path sites. Through the keyhole of this uninviting door, you'll find a perfectly framed view of St. Peter's Basilica. Take a peek and try to capture it with your camera, but this is one view that can only truly be experienced in person. We told you about the Colosseum earlier, but that wasn't the only game in town. The Circus Maximus is an ancient Roman chariot racing stadium and mass entertainment venue. It was the first and largest stadium in ancient Rome and could accommodate over 150,000 spectators. After the 6th century, the circus fell into disuse and decay, and the original track is now buried 6 meters below the modern surface. The site is now a park in the center of the city, and it's often used for concerts and meetings. Thanks for joining us in our favorite city in the world and allowing us to share our top attractions with you. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell turned on so you'll be notified when we post new content. And always remember, life is short and cruising is fun. We'll see you next time.